G'day folks, welcome back. I made a video a week or two ago where I did a penetration test with a 223 at 50 metres and 200 metres. Now, a bloke named Carthy5305 asked me to try it with FMJ bullets. Now an FMJ is a full metal jacket, which means it has no soft point, hollow point or anything at the top. It's just a solid jacket projectile. When I did this test on the 223 at the 50 metres, it penetrated 4 barrels. So back to this yellow one. I'm going to try it today with a full metal jacket and see if there's a difference between soft points and full metal jackets. And today I'm using Remington UMCs, which is a 55 grain 223 round, and it's got a muzzle velocity of 3,240 feet per second. Now that's massive compared to what I normally use. My rounds run at about 2,850, so there's a huge difference. So what I've done today, I've got 6 milk bottles, to see how many I can get through with a full metal jacket. But I've got one put aside here. Because this bullet is moving so much faster, I'm thinking there might be a point of impact change. So I'm going to aim right here and see where that bullet lies, and then I'll adjust for the shot on the penetration test. So I'm going to get set up, head back to the 50 and put a couple of these UMCs down the range. Come along, let's have some fun. Okay, here we are, set up, 50 metre range. On screen shortly you'll see the milk bottles again as a close-up. 1 223 FMJ. And we're going to shoot that test bottle. Here we go. Absolutely spot on where I aimed, I think. So on with the real test. One more round. I hope you're ready. That's always fun. All right, let's pack up, head back up to the range and have a look at the carnage. Before I do, pause the video, drop down in the comments. I know you've already seen it, but how many milk bottles has it gone through? I think it's still only gone through 4. Let's see if I'm right. All right, back at the range. Here's the first one where I test sighted it. Said I was going to aim right there. It's where I smacked it. It didn't do much damage. It has blown a fair size hole in the back, but it didn't blow it up. And you can see the tiny hole, but it hasn't blown it up. So then we come to these bottles. We've got one. A little touch to the left to where I wanted to be. Next one. Pretty much the same spot. A little bit more damage. The next one completely tore itself to bits. So here's number 4. We hit big opening. Number 5. We've come out at number 5 and hit the handle. And nothing's happened to number 6. As you would expect, since the bullet deviated. But this does give us our answer. On the other 50 metre test, we went through the first 4. This one exited the first 4. And I'll show you, you'll see in the other clip, this is about how much damage was done in the 4th bottle. This is the damage in the 4th bottle with the FMJs. And of course, it did pass through. So the FMJs definitely do penetrate better, but have the weirdest results. Close range. So if that was a rabbit at 50 metres, you'd still be able to eat that rabbit. But if that's a rabbit after the bullet's passed through some thicket, you're not picking it up. So, lesson learned, FMJs do have a place. Short range rabbits. And fairly soon I'll have to probably do a 200 metre test to see how they go from that. But as for today, you make up your mind between these 2 videos on which one you think is the best for your applications. All right, bonus round. Here we are, back at the 200, real life, 1 round of FMJ. I'm going to shoot that 1 jug that we only nicked to see how it goes. So that shot hit it because the jug's emptying, but it hasn't done much damage. I'm going to put a shot in lower and see what I come up with. Bonus round. I don't know what that second shot did. Here it is. I hit too low and tore into the table. The first shot, exactly where I aimed. Tiny in, tiny out. So here we are back at the house wrap up. I really enjoyed making that video, and thanks to Carthy5305 for asking me to do it. The FMJ, it really just acts funny. Being a full metal jacket, it's designed to just punch through. It's not designed to explode. It's designed to wound, not to kill. And it's really, it's not the greatest hunting round. It's definitely a plinking round. I'm really happy with that. The side-by-side that you saw showed the soft point, poof, explodes, massive damage, where the FMJ just punched through. So if you're looking for small game or furs, the FMJ is definitely the way to go, because it's just going to punch a hole in and punch a little hole out, and not much damage at all. If you want to keep a rabbit, headshot with an FMJ all day, where even with a soft point on the 55 grainers, rabbits just turn to mist. Thanks for that. If any of you guys want me to try something else, just put it in the comments and I'll see if I can do it. Hopefully I can do it. Australian laws are a bit finicky, but yeah, comment below. What did you think? What did you think the difference in the 55 and the full metal jacket was going to be? Because penetrating and stopping in the 4th and leaving the 4th and going through the 5th, it's definitely got better penetration. But has it got better stopping power and better killing power? Of course, that is the ultimate question, and the only way to test that is on real animals. And yeah, YouTube will strike me for that one. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there. Catch you next time.